you look on the slide, you can see what we call the Fetola Success Wheel. And essentially, this is a model that we've refined from other models and developed over the years. It's very much the underpinning of the strategic work that we do with entrepreneurs who are in one of our accelerators. And essentially, the success wheel looks at 5 key elements of any business. You could call them the 5 pillars. You could essentially say that they're like the 5 foundational areas of any business. Those being people, processes, finance and governance, customers, and social and environmental. And under each of those, there's a sort of further breakdown. You can see it's on the board, so I don't need to belabor it. But essentially, it covers all the important strategic and operational areas that any business needs to master if they're going to be sustainable and successful and build the right platform for growth.
So the focus of this webinar is about how we can really end the year on a high and be hitting it hard in 2025. So I think my 3 tips on people is, first of all, it's about leadership and leadership of the self. This time of year, people are often exhausted. There's a sense of, wow, there's a lot of overload. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting invited to 3 and 4 events every week. We're all trying to finish the calendar, get everything that we thought we were going to do in the year done. And so this is really the time where you need to be caring for yourself as a leader. So first of all, self-care, to maintain a good balance yourself. Particularly as a leader, I'm always fond of saying that people need to moderate their behaviors. Nobody wants a leader that's one day comes in and they're at the top of the world and they're busy cracking open the champagne, and the very next day they're so depressed and miserable. No, people want to work with you when you're like that. So maybe the first tip is to say, really moderate your behavior, care for yourself, and be the leader that you would want to work with, because it's very important for your staff, but also for your clients. So maybe that's the first thing. And then the second thing is we've actually just in Fetola, we're busy going through a huge KPI review on all of our staff. So really going one by one, each individual, each department, saying, are you really clear on what it is that your job is? Are you very clear on what it is that you need to do? And if you just were going to measure that with one key performance indicator, what would that be? And so it's a very positive exercise. I recommend that you do that. That you do that with your staff, even with yourself, is just say to yourself, okay, my job is leading the organization. If there was one thing that I had to get right, what would it be and how would I measure it? And so we're finding that's really positive. Everybody is really energized, even though it's exhausting at the end of the year. People are saying, okay, I get it. Yes, I get that. I understand very clearly what my role is. And so that's something that is really vital, can really be good in your team and energize your team and put everybody on steroids. So what it is as a result of that KPI conversation, people are not just being busy, but they're really directing their work and their energy in the right direction in order for your business to succeed. And then the third thing for me is the 3 R's, and this is kind of just the standard. And the 3 R's for whenever you're working with a team is, first of all, it's really important that they feel respected. So respect is just about treating people right, making sure that they've got proper contracts, you've got good work environment for them. They really feel they feel seen and heard. So that's the first R. The second R is that they should be recognized. And this for me is very pertinent, because before I started Fetola, I worked for another organization where I didn't feel recognized. The person I was working for would just take my ideas and pass them off as their own. And that didn't make me feel good. It was one of the reasons that I left that organization to start something of my own. So just be sure that you recognize your people, that you include them in decision making. For example, if you're setting up a set of performance indicators, or you want a new structure and method, instead of just saying, well, this is how it is, go in, listen to the people, respect them, recognize them, use them to develop the system that you're wanting to run, because then what you'll do is you'll get much better buy-in from your team. Done.